as we're underway in Super Bowl 56. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of the Super Bowl will begin at the 25. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And you can't help but to think back about 14 months or so ago when Joe Burrow was down on the turf in Cincinnati. A really difficult injury, and we knew it right then and there. The doctors weren't even sure if he'd be ready for the start of the 2021 season. But not only did he make it back, he's better than ever, and he's got the Bengals in line to potentially win the first Super Bowl title in franchise history.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Arik Armstead, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. How about the defense there trying to set the tone on the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing the tone for this one.
Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And a sack. They get to him defensively, but the flag comes in, and I think the D jumped. Yeah, that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Nick Bosa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Burrow. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Arik Armstead able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. And this will be taken at the 13. And shedding through the tackle. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the 3rd overall pick in April's draft, the rookie from North Dakota State, Trey Lance.
And he comes in off of a tremendous game in the NFC Championship round 2 weeks ago. This has been a team all season long that's really taken their identity from their quarterback, and he's been very vocal in days leading up to this game that he believes that this is their time, and he's going to do all he can to will them to a Super Bowl win.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. To throw, it's Lance. Thomas brings it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. On second down, it's Mitchell.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
First carry now for Trey Sermon. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Lance. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Hendrickson. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17. We're scoreless after 1. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. DeAnthony Thomas with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Brandon Wilson now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Normally he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Returnable for Thomas. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
On 2nd and 2, Lance. Flushed out right. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big connection on that one, 34 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. Now a quick throw as they get it to Ayuk outside. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The kick by Gould is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. From his end zone, Wilson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch the short passes, he can run under a long pass, or he can do what we saw right there, catch one and then make a big gain after the catch.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
Taken at the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. 1:52 to play until halftime. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Lance now on first down. He'll leave that underneath to Sermon. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Trey Lance and the 49ers set to go back on offense here.
He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, like I said, he's looked pretty good to this point.
Lance now on first down.
They'll roll him out right. A dump off here for Gore. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance.
Looking deep for Jennings.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 33.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was... that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. So these two teams will head to the locker room as we hit halftime in Super Bowl 56. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Niners. And it's been the passing game that's gotten them to where they are, 2 quarters away from a possible Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come. These two teams have had plenty of extra time to make their final adjustments, but time's just about up. The final half of the NFL season is upon us. So let's get it back out to our Super Bowl broadcast team. Here's Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Another carry now for Gore. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick up the first with Gore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And now they'll throw with Lance.
Drops it underneath to Gore. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That one unable to develop. Never got going. A loss of a couple. And it's 2nd down.
50-yard line.
The Lance going to throw. This to the outside, it's Sermon. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him at the backfield anyway. At that time, they pick up the first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. Now Lance. Flush to his right. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
1st and 10 of the 28-yard line.
Now a play fake. Lance. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Lance. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Lance to throw for it on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now 1st and goal.
On 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Again, they run. Again, it's Gore. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Frank Gore, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that leads you into bigger errors.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports.
Now, Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Cincinnati Bengals. First and 10.
Mixon with a first down carry. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. 4th and goal, and down by a touchdown. The offense stays on the field. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gore. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 3rd down, they'll run with Gore. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 11. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open man is Higgins. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
To throw, Burrow. Complete to Boyd. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Burrow. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And the 49er hands team does its job. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have 3 timeout.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as he'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And they'll go for it. Lance. To the sideline, and he's got it. And they say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me, did you come through as pure gold?
You kick it like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys dropped the mask up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on rap a lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. I went and got my